We in this motherfucker, you feel me, dog? We back in this thing. Studio Talks episode 12, you feel me? How y'all boys feeling today, man?
Feeling pretty smooth today, man.
You feel
Feeling
me?
good, feeling great.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah, you feel me?
Feeling great, feeling good. How are you?
Got my boy DJ Pressure, you feel me? Tally's on. DJ motherfucking Pressure on the tables, man.
Yeah,
Finally in this thing, you feel me?
Hey man, it's been a long journey, but we in a studio podcast talk, man. You know what time it is.
Type shit, man. Got my boy, yes sir. For those who don't know, man, One Will,
What's
the
good?
official.
What's good?
You feel me? Bro, where you from?
I'm from Tallahassee, Florida.
No, you from Tally?
Man, I'm from Joe Louis Street.
Oh, that's crazy,
I'm
dog.
from Joe Louis, apartment 11. Right.
Okay. That boy Tally's on, Tally's finest. You
Yes.
feel me?
Yes,
If you know, you know.
If you know, you
Yeah,
know.
if you know,
Hey
you know.
man, got my boy Skirt of Belly, OG Skirt, aka the Skirtinator. Skirt, you might skirt on your old lady, man. No, I'm just playing, man. My dog is Hey, way too smooth, man. Smooth guy, man. My dog smooth as fuck. And of course, man, you feel me? Got your boy RD, aka RD the producer in this thing, man.
The man himself.
Yep.
Yep.
Today we got an interesting, you feel me? I don't want to say topic because everybody asks me like, what's the topic? What's the interview all about it, whatnot? And it's like realistically, bro, we just here to talk some shit. We just here to talk some shit, dog. You feel me? In the industry, right? So everybody wants to know. Everybody's big challenge. Everybody been struggling to do and whatnot is. Hey, hold on. Oh, we got a bug in the building. Hold up, man. Hold up. Let's get this thing right real quick. You feel me?
Ladies and gentlemen,
No, you
this
good.
is
We gonna
not
cut this part out.
authentic.
We gonna cut
It's
this part and
not
come back in.
authentic. This is real life.
I want to tell y'all too. So, me and Skirt camera is gonna be this one. If y'all want to like talk to the people,
Yeah,
that's
right.
y'all camera type
Alright,
shit. So
good.
don't work at that one, so y'all be looking crazy when we chop it up and shit.
Okay.
But
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a seminar.
hey,
this
I ain't gonna lie. Unless that
Bruh.
bit fly on you, bro, you good.
Ah,
No,
damn.
I was saying, let that bit fly on you. Don't even pay attention because it's gonna keep flying around. Like,
Yeah, he just like the light.
yeah, I was saying, fucking up the lights and shit. So.
That bitch, wow.
Man, get that
What did
bitch
that
out
bitch
here,
hit
bro.
your... Yeah, what did that bitch hit my drink? Oh,
Nigga, we got more drink. You got a whole
hand.
other bottle, man.
oh y'all not tripping. What is these niggas on?
Man, when you killing Tarzan, there, kill that motherfucker.
Around two nigga, this shit go crazy. This shit go wild. This shit go on, nigga. Shit. Hey, hold up. Wait, no. 10-second intermission, nigga. I'll be back. Let me go wash my ass, nigga. This shit crazy. Hold up.
Bro, the other way, bro, the other way.
I got you. Goddamn.
Hey, this is gonna be some funny shit for y'all to see.
And what's your prison, man? Tarzan, he got it.
So,
He ain't paying him nobody else no attention but him.
But
He went up.
he killed it. That bitch was trying to get out that bitch. You just ruined the
I'm
whole
back,
mob
niggas.
family.
Huh?
Oh man.
the other way, yeah, there you go.
What a bug at? You at least have some respect for it. He's record right there. Well, another nigga.
Nah, nigga.
Hey, man. That's a cool little bug issue, man. That thing up out of here, man. My dog, Tarzan.
He ain't have to
man.
fuck with
Ruthless, but that's how the game is, bro. The game ruthless out here, man. Everybody trying to figure out how to get some money these days. You know, it's a lot of tough times, hardships going on, the economy. You know, Trump with his tariffs and everything. You feel me? He's making things all crazy. So I want to dive right into it. You feel me? I feel like both of y'all, you feel me? Well, really, all three of y'all got money from the industry. You feel me? Y'all done been able to do this, you know, I won't say full time, and maybe it is full time, but definitely at least part time, and you know, to a point where it's like, okay, this is making me obviously something, some type of residual or just something to keep me going. And a lot of people today need that motivation, especially like the up and coming artists, is like, and creators is like, I need something to keep me motivated. And a lot of times that something is, you know, some type of residual from this thing, some type of return on investment. So how y'all feel about that as far as like, well, let me ask you this first. What's some ways y'all diving into the, you know, the industry and whatnot today, as far as through y'all music, y'all craft and whatnot, y'all art, to make money? Or some type of residual?
Definitely, definitely merchandising. You know, definitely merch. Always having something to give somebody or sell, you know. But I think the main thing I personally focus on is just really building your brand, building yourself, making yourself that like key point so that people want to support, spend that book, you know. So whatever falls under that umbrella.
That's crazy, because it's like, you came in here, you know, and one of the other guests we had previously took an 850. Sean took an 850. Go stream that PMO, you feel me? Pissed me off. He came in, you know, and he had something similar. And it's like, I'm like, hey man, I encourage this, you feel me? Like you said, brand yourself. A lot of artists like this for whatever reason. Now, I say this. Organization is a key thing. And I don't know how organized you are, but do you have a manager?
Something like that.
Okay. So okay. And I'm glad you said something like that, right? Because, bro, it's levels to that shit, right? You got to crawl before you walk, you know. And a lot of people argue you don't need a manager until you got something to manage, which I agree with. But I think that your music and your lyrics, and if you think about it, that's the product. If you able to create art, that's something to manage. You ain't gotta be. When they say you need something to manage, I think the misconstrue or disconnect for me is something to manage don't mean that you're making money from it necessarily. You can have something that's valuable that ain't nobody found out yet, you seen the work in this shit yet, and you got this one or two people that believe in you and see the, you know, the potential, and it's like, okay, now that warrants a manager. You feel me? Even if it's something like that, you feel me?
Yeah. Most definitely.
A manager's key role, you know, if we was to summarize it, is to help the artists stay organized and make, you know, decisions on the artist's behalf. That's the first thing you need, no matter what level you at. Or I ain't gonna say the first thing, but that's one of the main things you need, no matter what level you at. Rather you on, and you probably ain't gonna be on without it. Or if you just starting out or done got your feet wet already, it's like you need organization, bro. So a manager, you feel me, to me, makes sense. And like Brett said, you feel me? Something like that. You feel me? Something like that. Get you something like that, man. Real shit. But no, real shit. Something like that. You feel me? At that level, at that early stage, it is warranted to have. You feel me? What about you, Skirt?
What?
As far as like, hey man,
There you go.
no, cause like, okay, you know, with the music and whatnot, you got the merch, the branding, you feel me? And since I met you, you've been a part of that whole movement, you feel me? So it's like, arguably, one of the founder members of that bit, if not the founding member.
Yeah.
You feel me? One of the originators for sure. So it's like, how you had been able to, you know, stay this long and I guess, well, I kind of know the answer to that, but it's like, well, do you got a manager? Shit, you might, because nobody knows. You a mysterious man, dog. I ain't gonna lie. A man of many mysteries.
The fun part is I had something like that, but it didn't work out at the time, so I don't know. So maybe if I just, if I get back on the track that I need to jump back on, I'm definitely get one. That's definitely essential because you gotta have somebody that deal with the shit that you don't want to deal with. You already gotta do the music, gotta deal with producers, DJs, cameraman. You don't want to have to deal with everything else, setting shit up. Shit, the manager need to be on your ass by you hitting the studio. The manager need to be on your ass about your graphics, about your mixing, shit, about your outfit, about you planning a video.
Talking some shit now.
So you need a manager. It ain't your homeboys and all that shit. That shit be cool, but once a motherfucker got some other shit that they need to do, you know, that management shit gonna be like secondary,
secondary,
secondary objective. They gonna say fuck being your manager if they some shit like that. But if they your manager, then they gotta do what they gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
So
I feel like that's where a lot of artists come in, and you know, even me being the DJ in this case, like my personal opinion, I be looking at a lot of artists nowadays, and I don't know. I feel like what I've seen lately, I ain't seen a lot with management. And, you know, maybe it might be people want to be independent. A lot of people see more benefits.
Wait. You saying like you ain't seen a lot with management as far as a lot of managers, so people want to be independent more, or you saying you ain't seen a lot that managers doing for the artists?
I would say more independent.
So
I think people see more success in being independent rather than, of course, signing to a label where you're already gonna be.
But no, if you sign to a label, that's not managing. That's after managing. You feel me? It's like your manager. You feel me? Is gonna help you get that sign. You know, that deal with the label or whatnot. So it's like,
Yeah, of course.
do you think? So do you got a manager?
Not necessarily. I mean, I got people who are, of course, around the business and world of what I have going on as a career.
some shit like that.
Some shit like
Some shit like that, yeah. My brother on Will put it right there on the nail.
And when I say, let me just like get on shit like that. I mean like those people, those people that's gonna do what they need to do. That's their sole job. Like for instance, I got a lot of ties in Gainesville, so if I need some stuff handled in Gainesville, I know I could just hit my people in Gainesville up and be like, yo, hit these people up. Let's see what's up. Let me see if we can make this happen, how much it costs, what we need to do. And I know for a fact they gonna make that happen. Okay. Now, if I need to move here, that's not the person to hit up. You know, 9 times out of 10, I can do that. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I mean by, you know, something like that.
Bro, it's crazy to say that because I'm glad you clarified that because that's self-management right there. That's really self-management. That's I'm building my connections and I'm managing those connections. You know, a manager, you feel me? And this is for the artists and the managers out there or the up-and-coming managers as well. Especially the homeboy ones. Because a lot of y'all gonna have homeboy managers or homegirl managers, and there's nothing wrong with that to me until they don't be, they're more of a homeboy or homegirl than a manager. It's like, if you're gonna sign up to be a manager, be a manager first when it comes to this shit. You feel me? But it's like, you have those homeboys and homegirls, or you got that relationship, right? And that's what they're pretty much managing for you. When you a manager for your homeboy or homegirl, say I'm managing one of y'all, right? I'm doing all that. I'm your liaison, right? I'm your communication or your link between you and the rest of the industry, right? And all the things you need more so. So it's like, I'm pretty much your translator. Think about going to like Brazil or a foreign country, you feel me? They speak a whole different language, right? Yeah. And you don't know that language, right? You go to Japan or something like that. You might hire what they call, I forgot what they call it. I mean, it's called interpreter. Interpreter. You might hire you an interpreter to walk, to go with you during a certain time so that you can get around and be able to communicate, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like, that's essentially what a manager would do. Now, peep this. You can have a lawyer who is your liaison between you and the legal shit, right? That's essentially what a manager is going to do next. So they're going to create a relationship with your manager, with your lawyer, with your attorney, with your branding specialist or marketing people, you feel me? Or they going to handle that for you. But 9 times 10, the thing is, you slowly passing off the responsibility or the debt, right? Not even the debt, but
the responsibilities of the
pretty much.
Let me say this real quick. To you dumb niggas out there, did you understand half that shit that he said? Now, Will, you not a dumb nigga, so
Nah, you looking at them, man.
you can do. No, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
you can do self-management and shit like that. But I know you see a lot of these rappers coming out now getting these shitty deals because they ain't got no good manager. They just taking whatever they having. And if it's one of their homeboys just want the money too.
Yeah.
But
No matter how minuscule that shit is.
that right there is the point. I feel like a lot of people do take those deals and they run with it. It's like, okay, if I got enough money to get me, my people, you know, some people may have kids, other things going on. You never know. Life things come into play. You know what I'm saying? So people take that into accountability as well, because it's like, if you as a rapper now get offered a $2 million deal and you know this is cash advance up front, of, it might be a situation where it's a little bit up front, a little bit on the back. It don't matter. Point is, you're still getting that amount of money for the amount of work that you're putting in for this amount of time on this contract.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I don't know, like, I feel like nowadays, people look at it from two sides. People look at it from a business side, and some people look at it from a street side. And it's like, you're never going to be able to mix those two into one, because it's like, bro, you got to pick one. Like, real talk.
I feel like you never, streets, personal, anything, when it comes to business, like, it got to be business. It can't be nothing else. And I feel like that's the issue with the homeboy, homegirl thing at times. I'm not saying that's always what it is, but you just need somebody that's gonna treat it like it's theirs.
Especially as far as
perfectly said.
management.
You know, because
This us.
they kind of gotta want it a little more than you.
Bruh, y'all just, this is us. You gotta want, bruh, that is key to the team building, because everybody's trying to figure out, how do I build a team? I need a team. Well, first off, you need people around you that's handling things that need to get done, not what they want to do or just around to be friends and be cool and whatnot. They need to actually be around handling stuff that need to get actually done, and you got to be real with them and they got to be real with you. And then, like you said, they got to treat it like it's theirs. They got to be dedicated, committed to this thing, you feel me, and put in that same effort, you feel me? So it's like, y'all hit it on the head with that, you feel me? And that's the key to team building, you feel me?
But I also got one other point I want to like pinpoint as well. Budgeting, financing, making sure that everything is together operational for everybody. Like nowadays, I feel like a lot of artists come into this game and feel like, oh, the one hit is gonna get me out of there, or this one album is gonna get me out of there. No. And me being 10 years plus in it, I done seen a lot of things, you know, been through a lot of artists. I done experienced a lot of artists as well. I done seen some come and go. I done seen 6-month artists, year artists, one hit wonder artists. Like, we done seen it all over the years. So it's like, what we pinpoint is our artists being consistent, and not only being consistent, but being persistent as far as keeping your career engaged, alive, doing what it's supposed to do, annually growing up as followers. There's a lot of things that play into the music industry as a whole. And people, I feel like nowadays, like a lot of people be missing those key points. Like real talk.
That go back into the earlier point as far as having a manager, you feel me?
Yeah.
And you bring me to my next point, actually, because it's like, okay, how do you make money in the industry? Because everybody wants, you know, it kind of always goes back to, oh, you got to be making this money. And I argue that it's the organization, but the organization, you know, starts with the artist, the head, the mentor, and whatnot, and then the manager, you feel me? And it's like, how do you make money in the industry as a creator? Rather you a DJ, and more so for the artist, you feel me? And then, you know, everybody outside that, because I also argue that they got to be making the money. Well, I'll say this. Michael Jackson, for example, right? Yeah. Thriller, that Thriller project paid for everybody, you feel me?
Niggas had a scare.
Yeah,
I saw her walk out and I was just
I
waiting
did.
for her to come back
I
in.
ain't see it.
Girl, can't be doing that, girl.
I'm talking. She stepped under that bitch. I was gonna Shazam.
No,
Yeah.
goddamn
Shit.
Thriller. Think of how many people got salaries from that, bro. From Michael Jackson's art, right? He was able to create opportunities for hella people to get paid.
But can I say something though? Let's be real. We all know, ladies and gentlemen, goddamn Michael was damn near close to one of the biggest performers in life. In the generations and generations.
I'm fucking close.
I would say it's arguable.
Yeah,
He was.
wait, hold on. It's people that's arguable, and we can put it to the table. But let's be real. Who started the trend?
No, I'm saying like it's not. It's arguable that he is like.
Oh,
ain't
okay. I was just
he's
making
a
sure.
bigger
we
name.
was- Hey, you gotta clarify. We on the
But-
same page. Though.
But one thing I really say that like you don't even need all that shit like that. Like
Type
you,
shit.
like if you got a good song and that bitch drop, you can start making cheese off that. Off one song, niggas in the A trying to pay me 4 bands to perform for like 2 nights.
Okay.
And I'm like, bro, man, I dropped one song, so I didn't do that. And I got offered to perform in Tampa. It's one more spot I can't remember.
But you know-
I'm sorry, bro.
Oh, you can go.
I almost want to just right hand this nigga right now. Like, bro, what? Like, bro, why? Artists, stop doing that shit, bro. Opportunities come, you feel me? Especially if you ain't got no legitimate reason not to, bro. Go and do that shit, bro. Go and take advantage of those opportunities.
I had class for the Tampa shit.
Okay.
So for the Atlanta shit, I was just like, man, y'all niggas trying to hit me already. I'm getting shit together.
Okay.
And it's like I just dropped the
That's
video.
understandable.
Nigga, y'all want me to come perform y'all want me to perform this song 2 nights for 4 bands?
Yeah, would have went there.
You know, I should
Would,
have.
would you?
Would have went there.
I should have.
Would you?
Professor, I ain't finna be in class. You feel me?
I already paid for that.
Go
shit.
ahead.
I ain't got no excuse, but I'm not.
Email me the assignment.
No.
You feel me?
Yeah.
This is an 8-hour class.
Shit,
This
that's
shit
what
go
that
crazy,
was, a
ladies
6-hour
and
drive?
Nah. By the time
I mean, I ain't knocking your decision, you know what I'm saying?
But,
That is just,
yeah, I definitely should have took that bit. That would have been a cool
But-
before I could have.
and they was offering you that, like, this is to answer your question, how you make money in the industry as like an independent creator, artist, brand. You build that product.
Yeah.
My man had the product that the people wanted,
Yeah.
and they was willing to pay to get that product there, you know. And
Facts,
that's
facts.
how you do it. You gotta build that product.
Hey.
But if you want to be technical,
Yeah.
you really need to build that product
Yeah.
and turn it into a business and pay yourself until people start paying you.
But I feel like that's another thing too, to piggyback off that. A lot of people don't, I say they don't put together the product. Is on some, they don't put together the product, but they don't want to research the product either.
Or they don't want to put that time.
Or they don't
in.
want to put that time or that effort in to really learn the business.
Develop that.
It's,
really,
it's
yeah,
a
develop
lot
it.
of people.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
Develop it,
people
yeah.
even nowadays. And I'm a DJ. You know what I'm saying? Just piggybacking off what I know as far as what I've seen over the years with certain artists and people who over the years have developed into the artists they are now. But it's like everybody knows that it's a journey in this. This is not a sprint. This is a marathon. Who can last the longest? Who can have the best
I
product?
don't think everybody know that though.
No. And that's the thing.
Can I say
If
one point
people
to that?
did the research to know it.
Let me say
You
one
know
point
what
to
I'm
that
saying?
though. Is it really a journey? Because I'm gonna bring up a point, right? As an indie artist, right?
Yeah.
I'm becoming indie artist.
Mm.
Realistically, and this same thing applies to like NFL and the sports and whatnot.
Okay.
Life don't last forever, bro. And I think people kind of will take it a little too far, where it's like, yeah, you got time, bro. Don't rush it. Like, let it build for real. Let it develop. It takes time for shit to develop, but you don't have time to lollygag. And my thing is, my point to that is,
Yeah.
people will. So I heard this saying recently. It was like, your flaw is a flaw until you're aware of it. When you become aware of it, now it's a habit. A habit is a choice, meaning you choosing to keep continuing like that, even though you know that that's not how you want to be living. So it's like a lot of these guys are choosing to keep going how they going, and then they choosing to make another excuse when they know they're making an excuse.
But you want to know what that is? That's people being weak-minded.
I
At the end of the day,
I mean,
to a certain degree, it's like, bro, you gotta understand nowadays. It's like ain't nobody holding a gun to your head to tell you to think like that. Ain't nobody telling you to sit back and roll off this idea that just imaginary done came in your head, and for you to sit back and think that it's okay to believe in it. Ain't nobody tell you to do that. You believe in what you believe in. A lot of days nowadays people turn their own issue into a problem. And why do I say that? Because they feel as though this is all they know. They don't know anything else. This is the only direction they want to go in. You feel me? And even in the music business, people get discouraged. People feel like, oh, I didn't get 1,000 views or 1,000 or 1,000,000 likes on this video that I dropped today. I put 2,000, 2,500 behind production for this video. I got the best of the best and it still didn't come out for. It's not about that. Keep pushing. Keep hustling. Keep grinding. Keep putting what you need to put behind this one track. A lot of people don't even understand they take 6 to 8 months just to get even one song off the ground, from radio to promo, groundwork, everything. And that's just one piece, really one half of the battle. Real talk.
Talk your shit.
You feel me? That's one half of the battle for real, bro. You gotta be realistic. And this the DJ telling you, homie, like straight up. Like, bro, real shit. Shout out to the OG DJ Holiday. I talked to him himself. He told me, bro, over time, even when him and other artists had to get together, bro, it took them over $100K, $100,000 just to get
in Atlanta.
And that's in Atlanta. Okay. But still, point is, that's just one piece of the battle. That's finances, mindset, the mentalness of battling the music itself. People might not like this. People may like that. People want to hear more. People might want to hear this from you. People might want to hear that from you. It's versatility in this thing, bro. You gotta understand.
No, thanks. Do you think it take $100K for an artist in Tallahassee?
Hell no.
Hell no. Not in this new generation. No.
Wait.
No, not in this new.
I'm saying to blow in Tallahassee, or to like, get up, to bubble in Tallahassee. It's not blow worldwide.
No. You can't blow. Stop.
No, I'm saying, do you think it'd take $100K to? I want to make it clear, because I think it might take $100K to blow worldwide. But to bubble and tally, it's not taking $100K.
No. It doesn't. But at the same time, it helps. That's the point. It's not about. It's not about. And that's the point. That's it. That's it alone. It helps.
It just depends on how you're doing it.
And that's the bottom line. If you know what to do with the finances, you can make what needs to happen. But a lot of people take finances and turn it into something that it ain't supposed to be. Niggas go out here buying yachts. Niggas go out here start just wasting money in the studio. Niggas buying chains. Niggas buying diamonds, tricking off on hoes. It's a lot of things. You missing out on your rent, nigga. It's a lot of shit that be going on.
I just say it depends on how you doing it. Like you got some people that's trying to blow up. You know what I'm saying? You got some people that's trying to just do it until some shit happen, but they progressing the whole time. You got some people that's just out here doing it because they see other people doing it.
They don't have a direction. They just trying to see. They're mapping their lane similar to what somebody else's lane is.
And you gotta find.
And it's like you gotta find your lane in this. One thing about the industry, nobody likes basic. That's one thing I learned about this industry. Nobody likes basic.
Oh yeah,
average will never get you nowhere in the music industry or the entertainment business. No, it won't.
Because half the music, 70% of the music I be hearing is below average. So please,
no.
And you got niggas like Lil Russell that took off, and niggas be like, "Oh, you gotta be this blinged out ass."
When I say that, I'm saying that to say they'll put it out there and not have a plan behind it. When you look at most bullshit, whatever is getting put out now, it's a plan behind it. I got a label. I got independency behind it. It's money behind it.
Bro, talk your shit.
When you talk most other labels, niggas who getting signed off shit that don't make sense, it's cool. You living the dream that most want to lead. So ain't nobody gonna hate on you. We encouraging it because you becoming a new artist that's in rotation. But at the same time, we know you might not last as long as this artist, that artist, this nigga who might have been behind the scenes. You gotta understand, bro, it's a big industry that we live in. Just like I said, from entertainment to music to sports to anything that the television broadcasts, it is a big market. And you have to be top dog in anything. And even for independent artists that's spending thousands of dollars, cheese, anything that makes sense, you also gotta understand, is that investment worth the while? Are you really doing this for you, or are you doing this for the look? And it's a difference. Let me get to that too. Let me break it down even harder. You looking at it because that person over there who might have more jewelry than you, who might have more ties than you, whatever, he might have an upper standard than you in this. And that's cool. That doesn't mean you don't start trying to do what you need to do.
Wait.
A lot of people get discouraged. Like I said, let's go back to what I said earlier. A lot of people get discouraged. People don't want to do what they want to do because they feel like they're not where they're trying to go.
Hey man, I think it is fair to say that, like you said earlier, man, like y'all boys was just saying, your lane.
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing this for your lane? But we're gonna take a quick little break real quick, man. We're gonna get back in this thing, you feel me? Alright, so you feel me? We back in this thing, you feel me? 130,000, you feel me? 3 stacks, man. I don't know if y'all seen it recently, but he came out with the
With the piano.
With the piano.
piano, bro, on the back.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? The piano on the back, man.
I wanted that bit with heavy.
That bitch look heavy.
Hey,
I was
he got a
over there
good
like,
point.
damn.
I don't lie.
like,
It did look real, like it was some real wood and shit, but it could have been some, well painted shit. It's some very talented creatives out
Or-
there, painters that.
Did he take that
Or-
shit? I want to know where he sat at. Don't put that motherfucker. That motherfucker was big as fuck. Where the fuck did he sit with a
He
piano?
probably
on his
sat
back?
on the piano. He probably like unfolded that.
Or-
That nigga put the piano in the walkway.
Or it was some know Andre, like I know Andre, that might be a hint to a new project.
A new project.
Listen, he done gave you new shit
You
in
talking about that
different forms.
flute? So
Yeah, so that probably might go piano this time. You never know. I'm just saying, this
Nah.
Dre, this Outcat, man, you crazy.
Either way, fuck all that.
Oh, this man crazy.
You listen to the flute album?
Hey, listen,
What's your
the-
favorite track on there?
The go-to.
The go. Okay.
Oh my
I'm
god.
to the go-to the.
Type shit. But it's
Nah.
still Dre though. I know
Nah,
it's incredible.
You got to look at the deeper meaning of it. You know,
Right.
he put a piano on his back to show that a black man put the music industry on their backs.
Type
Hey,
shit.
man,
shit.
that's what people paying for, though. You feel me? People is paying for, I'd say, the out of the ordinary artists, the outcast artists. In a sense, that's good. Not just putting together some crazy shit, because you can easily be outcast just putting some bullshit together. But it's like the ones putting together. You feel me? The that like Doechii down in Tampa. You feel me? Going crazy, you feel me? Getting hella criticism, but at the same time getting way more love.
Hey, a lot. Doechii one of them though.
Yeah,
Tampa
facts.
definitely has the one. Shout out to Doechii. She really is one of them.
Yeah, that's what artists so in Tally, right? You got a bunch of indie artists in Tally. Here, some of them from here, a lot of them from here, a lot of them not from here. Do y'all feel like that's important in order to get booked? And matter of fact, fuck it. Let me take it a step further, right? 'Cause I remember one episode we was talking about how artists in Tally got to pay the promoters to perform here and gotta go out the state to, or out the state too, but out the city to promote. I mean to perform as well. We got one of the biggest promoters, D/DJs in the city. and arguably one, you know, North Florida's one of the North Florida's biggest. Definitely up and coming. Do artists, you feel like artists in, first, do you feel like artists in Tallahassee, you feel me, whether they from here or not, but they here, do you feel like they should be paying to perform? And more specifically, not the unheard ofs, you know, still working their ways up to, you know, to get to that next stage, but more so the ones that they got a little buzz. Now they ain't gotta be on, but they got a little buzz. They got a nice little fan base. They can bring out a cool 20 to 50 people.
Nowadays, how I feel, I ain't gonna lie. I've been on both sides of the ball, so I can say it like this. I've seen it from the promoter aspect. I've seen it from the artist aspect. And, you know, it was funny because me and my brother right here, we were talking about this earlier. You can understand it from the business aspect because at the end of the day, when you really think about it, promoters still have an expense.
Yeah.
Everybody has an expense because this wasn't a free show. You can always understand that. Ain't nothing free.
Yeah.
I don't care what nobody say. At the end of the day, it's all about how you grow off that. But at the same time, even from the artist standpoint, you're talking about promoting yourself in different cities. It's helping you already because you're getting yourself noticed in different cities. Now, of course, I feel like sometimes, even in this promoter world, different promoters, different people, marketing groups, whoever, they do different concerts, arenas, things that, you know, might not be so much financial appealing to most. But at the end of the day, you might have a big artist in this case that is viral, really doing his thing. You open up for him, you put a vlog together, get a cameraman, get your team together, get people together to support you. You know what I'm saying?
But that's my thing though. That's the challenge. It's like, I feel like that's speaking from an artist that's already there. You know, you got your team and everything already established. I'm talking about the artist that's up and coming. Now, for me, it makes sense to pay. You feel me? Like we talked about a couple episodes ago. It's like, look, you gotta invest into your stuff. Like you said, everybody got an expense. My thing is though, you're paying artists, and that was the argument, right? You're paying artists out the state or out the city to come and perform. Why not pay these artists here too?
Well,
That's buzzing.
Well, I've done both, so I can't speak for most in this case. I've done both. I put people around this area, even in their own home cities. I done put together plays myself, and people can contest to that.
Okay,
You know
wait. So, okay. Brett says, you know, for everybody out there from the previous episode, we got a promoter, you know, / one of the biggest DJs in the city for sure. They're paying artists. He said, yep, they paying artists, right? Have you paid One Will?
No,
Have you paid Skirt? Why not? What is it going to take for you to pay a up and coming artist that's got some buzz, got a following? What is it going to take for you to pay them?
Well, for one, we have to connect. Every artist got to understand you got to tap in with a promoter or a DJ anyway in order to get your music out or the industry itself to do what it's supposed to do. You're never going to be behind the scenes and think that your music is going to get out just because you feel like the Instagram world, the reels, every different content. Yeah, that works. It helps you get to certain people. But at the end of the day, it's all about consistent work. Two, also consistency. A lot of artists, even if you want to speak about Tallahassee, Florida, I've been here a long time. I'm 30 years old. A lot of people don't even know that. I'm 30 years old, real talk. So at the end of the day, I've seen niggas come and go. I've seen one-hit wonders. I've seen even people in the major industry who have been one-hit wonders and gone. Why? Because they don't continue promoting a track. They always put the fame over the music. Or I see it from, oh, I'm not so much worried about the music. I still got this one track that's still going. No. DJs nowadays, we gotta keep a rotation. 6 to 8 months is new music coming out. It's people who getting hotter than the next person. It's not about just the artist and the DJ. It's about the consistency of what people are really putting out here for the people to look at.
Yeah.
You gotta understand this shit bigger than the pro. You never bigger than the program.
Ooh.
That's what I be trying to tell people. You never bigger the program. Not even DJs ourselves. But when I say DJs ourselves, it's the ones that are actually willing to promote the artist. The ones that are willing to put those artists into the rotation. You get paid. I got you. Ones that you feel, I'm just being real. You gotta be thorough. Even the ones that are getting paid, you know what I'm saying? They might look at it like, okay, it's just a check. But to that person who's trying to get their music out there, they looking at this shit as an investment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, real talk. Like, I done been there, seen this shit. Like, I've been for house parties, pool parties, college parties, concerts, throwing my own concerts, artist showcase. I done seen it from different levels. I done even seen it from the business aspect to the artist aspect, from the DJ aspect too. It's a lot of different lanes that you can look at it, but it's still the purpose of the matter that yes, you can give them an opportunity, and it's never about finance. It's about the ones who actually want to pursue something in their career, ones who actually want to invest in themselves as artists, as you said earlier. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, you said it's not about finances.
No. Okay. Let me bring that back. Okay, I was being a little third. But at the end of the day, yes, it is about finances.
Let me. So I just, okay. So you state your claim, right?
Uh-huh.
These artists need to pay. That's what you're saying, pretty much.
Pay for what makes sense,
Pay,
not
no,
for what
okay.
you want. Pay
Okay,
for what
it
makes sense.
Okay. And
Don't
like
do
you
it.
said,
Don't do it because you see that person doing it, or because that person got the
Yes.
latest car, or the
Yes.
person got the latest. No, it's not about that. You're not him. You're not to that level. You might not be that person yet. It's cool to wait your turn. Be patient.
or you might not. That might not be your lane.
No. It might not be your lane, but a lot of people, nowadays they'll look at it like that and feel like they're behind. They're not up to date. They're not with the spar of what's going on now, what's going on in the generation. No, you're not behind. You're along your journey. This is what's supposed to happen. You're worried about what's the now. Worry about what's coming. You got a future in this. Most people don't even look at a 5-year plan.
That I was saying that going to having a plan for real. From an artist standpoint, you feel me, or a point of view, it's like how y'all feel about that shit. Like
It really gotta
make sense.
It really gotta make sense.
That's it.
It really gotta make sense. But as the artist, as the person building the brand, I don't know, you gotta be willing to risk it, man. Like, I can only think from my point of view, if somebody, okay, I get paid for shows.
okay, I was about to ask you.
I get paid for shows. I got a booking fee.
But how long did it take from when you? How long you been rapping?
I don't know, man. A long time.
Long ass time. Okay. From now, how long has it been since you first started getting paid?
Probably like consistently.
Yeah.
Probably like 3 years.
Okay.
Just
cool.
consistently.
And so you've been rapping well before 3 years.
Oh hell yeah.
Okay. So my point is, that takes time to get to that point, right?
Yeah.
What did you have to do, or what do you feel like was the determining factor, though?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. How everything started, rapping for free, open mics, getting the brand out there, like I said earlier, building that product, getting your name out there, finding your lane, investing in that lane, paying the rap, but it's making sense.
Yeah.
But when you spend that money, whatever amount it is, if it makes sense to you, you gotta make the most of it. How can I really make the most out of this, whatever it was? I sure didn't spend $1,200 plus. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think it was like $450, 10 minutes to open for an artist in my lane. But I knew I was gonna put that $450 to work. I asked about tickets. I sold tickets. Now that cut it in half. And then I'm out there running my mouth. Oh, who threw the show? Okay, who's your manager? Oh, y'all on a tour? How can I get on? Just trying to figure it out, trying to see what's up, because I mean, that's just what it is. And
that's good networking.
And it made sense, and then just kept it going.
That's crazy, because it's like, all that to me is what consistency looks like.
Mm-hmm.
When you're able to keep doing that, like Mr. Connect the Dots, you feel me? My dog Skirt, you can attest to consistency. 2017 or better, consistency is it not key? That's all I'm saying. You feel me? It's like
I feel
a
like
lot of people like that.
People like it, but it's not valued. And
You said it's not valued?
It's not valued.
But what's consistent? My bad, interrupt you. But what's consistency to y'all? Is it doing something like often, or is it always doing something? And when I say that, I mean like, oh, he always dropping music. He consistent.
That's one.
Or, damn, bro, every time he puts something out, it's a quality product.
That's two. It's all that in one.
Yeah.
But when you really think about it, let's elaborate off that. Let's piggyback off that. A lot of people nowadays don't even have that status in order to even get to that quality. See, people go for the $100 man before they go for the $350 man. You get what I'm saying? Now, of course, that's cheaper. That hits a point. But when you talk about industry and what people are looking for nowadays, from labels, independent labels, anything of that sort, people are looking for what they're picking up as well as what you're putting out. Now, you could be putting out top-notch quality stuff, but it's not getting no views. Or you could be the hype of the streets and you're not putting out the quality videos because you don't have your BMI right. You don't have the monetizing on your YouTube right. It's a lot of things that can take away from your money tip as well as anything. That lets the labels come in, you know what I'm saying, do their business. Now look, you might not get full profit coming from in as an independent artist versus a label artist. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People don't look at it from that standpoint because a lot of people don't do their research on that type of stuff.
So let me ask you about this then, right? Features.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we talking about getting paid from shows and shit. But okay, another way artists get paid on some indie shit, right, is through features. And one thing I think people nowadays is a lot more smaller artists are getting paid for features as well.
Yeah.
Because they might have grown that fan base to be presented as that. They marketing themselves as an artist that way.
So
now,
that's what I want to ask you is like, okay, what does it take to get that? So you saying you got to market yourself, which we know is a huge lack for most indie artists, right? Up and coming artists.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real, and we're gonna get back to the whole feature thing, but piggybacking off of that, what is it that artists need in order to, you know, for marketing? Like how y'all feel like they should be going about the whole marketing side of things and whatnot? How y'all go about it?
Tackling social media, putting ads behind social media.
Okay.
If you are old school street promoter or even a person of music, you know groundwork is always essential. Posters, shows, opening up. You might have people who might be able to get in the street and put out the flyers and stuff. Make the DJs get involved with the campaign. Do listening parties. Invite them to come and, you know, treat them with respect and bring them to your session in order for them to see your music. It's a lot of different ways to it.
I find a lot of artists they do that shit randomly though.
No. They do what they think is supposed to be done because they seen somebody else do it first.
That's what I'm saying. Like they doing this shit random, and it's like it's not progressive. It's not like okay. So this is how it would go, right?
Yeah.
They'd be like, I'm gonna put out this project, right?
Mm-hmm.
Put it out. I'm gonna put some ads behind it, baby. Put some YouTube ads. $50.
But for how long? How long?
For like a week, right?
How much?
Then they gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna do a listening party, or you missed out on having a listening party. You dropped a video. You did like it be all out of. To me, I'm not saying it's gotta be one order it gotta be in, but it's like, bro, it be out of order to where it don't make sense. And so my thing is, get focused and really organize how you putting your shit out, aka your release strategy, your release plan. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Two, making a bunch of songs don't equate to success
at all.
Hey, I'm gonna just make 1,000, bruh. What happens is you made a fire song, you got tired of hearing it because it never got followed up with. Now you want to make some new shit. You listen to that, you don't care about that no more. Now this done got old. Now it's like, okay, I want to make some more shit.
Mm-hmm.
How, as an artist, what y'all boys going through when it comes to shit like that? You feel me? Are y'all putting out, like, how y'all releasing y'all music? You feel me? And keep in mind, if we talking about you trying, bro, this is the thing. Everybody's like, okay, what's the, we talk about how to make money in this thing, right? In the industry. Everybody like, okay, I'm looking to see, okay, this nigga connect this dot, bruh, it's no one little way to make the money in this thing. It's a collective. We could argue that it's a collective, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people are missing the root of the problem when they're looking at the branches. They're looking at, oh, I need to go get a photo shoot. No, you do need a photo shoot. You do need to get some features. You do need a better mix. But before all that, you need to establish what you're doing, your goal, your man, and a good manager is going to help that. But it's like you need to get established. What the hell you doing for real? Like
the problem, not to cut you off. The problem is, and me being in this for so long, I've noticed that artists don't trust managers, right? I've never seen so much aggression towards somebody that is supposed to be there to help. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, but there's a lot of people that's not qualified and that's not quality.
And that's where you have the tilt of life itself. You don't know what you're ever gonna deal with, but at least make sure you analyze it from a business standpoint before
that's
you just jump on it.
But
a lot of people,
the artist. If you're an artist, right?
You're supposed to be
perfect example, right? You like, okay, my manager, manager's fucking me up. All right, so pretty much with the artist, it's like you with your managers, right? As an artist, that's what I'm saying. It's like you should be so invested into your shit where it's like, all right, let me see what everybody's looking for a manager to come save them. No, look for a manager to come work for you. You feel me? Because that's what they're doing. And what I mean by that is, go and do before you go looking for a manager, do your research on what the fuck you need a manager for. What a manager going to do for you and what you're expecting from create an expectation for this manager. You feel me? Because when you end up in a bad deal, especially if you got a manager and it's like, damn, I ended up in a bad deal, fast forward, you never had an expectation. You just expected somebody to come in and change your life, which a manager is supposed to have your best interest at hand, but it's like you got to have you for yourself got to have your best interest when it comes to your manager. You feel me?
But
so somebody said that one time. It was like, I got to, I think it was ATL Jacob. He was like, he got two lawyers. He was like, bro, I got a lawyer to make sure my lawyer that's supposed to be doing all the work is doing what they supposed to do. So it was like, bro, security, I always say security first, and it's really knowledge first, because you got to have knowledge and educate yourself on that security. But security is the first topic or the first area you need to focus on, and that falls under security with anything. And not security as one topic by itself. Every area of work or whatever you want to break it down and call it has a level of security to it. When you create a business, you got to make sure that bit's secure. You got to make sure the finances is secure. You got to make sure the operations is secure. You got to make sure, your payroll and everything else is secure. You feel me? Your product and whatnot. It's the same thing with the business, with music, and a lot of art. That's the other thing is a lot of artists got to realize music is a business. When you're doing music in the industry, not as a hobby, you just like making music. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But when you're in the industry, you're trying to get in the industry, it's like, this is a business. You gotta treat it like one, you feel me? Or you're gonna be just like the rest of the businesses in America that don't thrive because they can't last in the capitalist society.
one thing I would say, artists to DJs to promoters to anybody that's working in this music business, if you're a manager, you're already supposed to be getting 20% of whatever coming out of the main entertainment's pocket. 20%. No matter what. 80-20, that's how it's supposed to go. Now, most wouldn't do that because they're not making enough to cover the 20% balance or the 20% coverage, which is cool. Artists all have to work to a point to get to that financial burden.
Can I say one thing to that?
Yeah.
So what you do is, and this is part of doing that research, right? I'm not taking 20% off the top. I'm going to make you a certain amount of money first. Then I'm going to take 20%. I'm going to prove myself first. Then I'll take that 20%. Or whatever you can negotiate. Negotiation is a thing. You got to learn how to negotiate. But like Brad said, that's the standard. You want to work in tally or bigger, be expecting 20 to 80 from your manager.
Now,
So that means you bring it.
not to cut you off. That depends on what they are necessarily spending their money on. Now, if it's the whole operation, of course, the whole 100 goes to your manager. But there are some that do split. They do 50-50 splits. They do 3-6. They do all types of different deals. But it's just all about how you present your ideal business plan to that investor or that planner who is going to get behind you and show themselves for what they really want to do here. But you have to present the plan. Business investments. It's even like people buying a new building, buying a new studio, buying a new car, anything, whatever, franchise. It's all about business etiquette, business language, and business thought. You got to be able to bring back residuals. You got to be able to present to this person that what I'm doing with you is going to be worth the trouble wasting my time.
Hey,
it has
bro.
to be,
Hey.
it literally has to be that. And the reason being because you got to understand this industry is so dog eat dog. People don't realize that you will get ate up playing with the wrong people. Your music won't even get channeled to the right crowd, the right source, the right push of people. Because you might not have that financial touch to you. You might not have the viewer look. It doesn't matter. It's a lot of different things, like I say, that play into the fact that if you and yourself as your career, your music, and everything going on with you, it has to be pushed a certain way, structure, organization, and not only that, but you got to be willing to be consistent as far as pushing you and what you're bringing to the table.
Real quick before we wrap this thing up, man. What's something that y'all feel like an up and coming artist or creative, rather it be a videographer, photographer, you feel me, a manager, artist of course, DJ, promoter, whatever. What is something y'all feel like they can do, and more specifically in talent, in this area? What is something y'all feel like they can do to help either increase the revenue or help bring in revenue for themselves?
Think outside the box.
Strip club.
Or what's something that y'all want?
Think outside the box.
They should just be a little more open-minded.
Think outside the box.
Probably think of the home team first when they want to do something.
2 strip clubs.
and 2 strip clubs.
Two strip clubs.
But yeah, just think of the home team first. Like when they doing events and stuff, before they think about. I mean, of course, you got to get some big acts to bring a lot of money in, but you could throw some of the home team in too, especially the ones that out there doing their thing or that's serious.
I challenge all y'all, man, today. And everybody out there, whoever wants to partake in the challenge, I challenge y'all to connect those dots by the end of the year. You feel me? Connect the dots by the end of the year. You got artists, DJs, promoters, videographers, photographers, etc. out there, engineers, etc. Producers. Connect the dots. Let's grow this thing, because ultimately it's going to grow. And to bro's point is like, you got so much potential. Like you said, you can connect, or you got artists looking for up and coming managers. You got DJs, etc., looking for artists and managers, but more so artists to play their music and whatnot. Like Brett was saying, you have all of this stuff in the area already. You got people that's buzzing. Why not pay them and book them? Why not give them a couple of bucks, you feel me? And my thing is, on the flip side, it's like, build that relationship. And it's easy to form something like that, you feel me? But you feel me? This is your boy RD, aka RD the producer, man. Got my boy P, aka Pressure, that boy One Wheel, man. Cop some of the merch. You feel me? Go check out his latest project, you feel me? and tap in. And my boy Skirtabilly, man. Y'all go check out that Boss 2 Times, you feel me? And Grapevine, man, you feel me? Smoke Fire the Long Way, you feel me? The Major Way, you feel me? We in this thing, man. Major Flight ENT. Please go subscribe to our channel. Please, 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 you will really help us out a lot. And tell your friend and tell them to tell a friend. But go subscribe to the channel, Major Flight ENT. Go subscribe to the podcast on IG, Studio Talks Podcast. You feel me? And yeah, just stay in touch with us, man, and stay in tune for the latest and whatnot. We got it.